Alright guys, we're back. We're back. What do we miss? We missed the first bands, okay. And check it out. Oh, Douglas is here too. Hey Duggars. We're gonna cast this tournament. Oh yes, I remember this team. PDF with their Aram first pick. Are we gonna see Alistair chosen as well? We're gonna see the same team composition? We might. It was pretty strong. It's a pretty strong team composition. It worked very well for them. We'll have to see. Now they're playing against a really strong team this game. Oh, guys, we are. This is the exact same composition that we saw in their first game. Aram, Alistair, and Ada. I don't know where to look. I'm looking at my computer screen, but I need to be looking at my phone for the game. I'm just looking everywhere. This is too exciting. This is a repeat of the very first game. They did so well with these three heroes. I remember. Are they going to choose Kira for their jungler? We shall find out. We shall find out. I have stream delay, so I can say these sorts of things, guys. It's all good. It's all good. Where's Elendor? Let me tell you, where's Elendor? Elendor's not banned. Looks like Elendor's not chosen. You do not... I think they're baiting the Elendor pick. That's the thing. You have Aram and Alistair. Very scary for Mr. Elendor. So, what are some good ways to counter Aram and Alistair? Winning the macro game is one way. You can split push really well, force them to divide their forces. Because Aram and Alistair and Ada will win most team fights together. It's hard not to. They ended up banning Elendor. Okay. I guess they don't want to face two marksmen. I guess that's their concern, facing a two marksman composition. But even then... Well, I guess a two marksman composition, if red has two marksmen, it could outdamage the blue team. Just deal so much damage that they can't stop it. A poke composition is also pretty good against Aram and Alistair and Ada as well. There's just a few ideas of how to counter it. Win the macro game is one way. Slims is actually... Oh, that was Fennec, not Slims. Slims has a good poke game. Laville, pretty good at poking too. Lumber's interesting. I feel like Alice is much better than Lumber against that composition. Aram, Alistair, and Ada. Rui? Yeah, Rui actually is good. Rui's really good against that composition. If it was me, I would want to choose Rui. She has pretty good poke. She has an amazing map presence for split pushing and etc. if they need that. But of course they have Lumber instead. I'm actually really shocked we haven't seen a single Rui. I don't think many people play Rui. I feel as though she'd be a good pick in some of these games. But it all depends on what the players want. I'm gonna look at the computer screen. I need to give my eyes a little bit of a break here. Looking at this little phone screen. Makes my eyelid twitch. Guys, this is the exact same composition. I was gonna say, if WED had seen the earlier game, they'd know who to ban. And who you ban is Kira. And maybe the Slims. But definitely the Kira, because Kira was a big source of the issue earlier. Well, blue team got their preferred team. They're very happy with their team. They got it. They got it. They got who they wanted. Red team, though, WED played very well. Now they're very good players. They're facing against a stacked team composition, though. How are they going to do? Ignis, there you go. Ignis is phenomenal at poking. So good. They are forced blue to be a dive team where they already had Aram and Ada. I call GG. GG for which team, Kuko? Which team? Place your bets, guys. Which team do you guys think is going to win? WED or the PDF? The something defense force. Personal defense force? No, that's not it. That's not it. PDF. We'll just call them PDF. Alright, guys. Here we go. The game's starting. We're getting ready to go in. We're going to go ahead and minimize our face in the chat. Place your bets, chat. Who's gonna take it? Who's gonna take it? Let us know. Alrighty, here we go. We got Kira in the left corner for the jungling on the blue team. On the red team, we've got Mr. Ryoma with his flaming blade. Can we zoom in? We cannot zoom in. We got Ignis in the mid lane, getting ready to poke and keep things controlled. Meanwhile, we got Alistair, who's a little slow. Yeah, you can't blame him. Well, I don't know. If Ignis can make it to the mid lane in time, he's an old looking man. Old looking man. Meanwhile, Alistair should be a faster guy. This is actually a big deal, guys, that they started late. Because blue team has the strongest invade composition, like the two strongest invade heroes that you could possibly have. And they weren't able to invade. Meanwhile, they're actually getting counter invaded. This is horrible for the blue team. Blue team, what's going on? I feel like blue team was just so content from before and their game that they, oh my goodness, this is just disgusting. I think they were feeling so confident from earlier. They were just so happy they got their, nobody was banned on their team they wanted, the perfect composition. They just sat at the fountain for a little bit. They were just celebrating. But they're just getting destroyed here. This is crazy. Look at this. Their invade composition is getting invaded against. Oh my goodness. This poor blue team. That was actually such a big deal that they left the fountain quite late. And like I was saying, Ignis is an old man. If his old legs can get him there before Alistair can, then something's not right. Alistair's a young whippersnapper. He should be able to. And look at, there was no punish from the blue team for the red team's invade. Like, red team not only got that red buff, they got their blue buff and this red buff. They got everything. Ad is forced to retreat. This Ignis is going to be a huge pain for the blue team. I feel like the Ignis was the biggest pickup for red team. That's the biggest thing they could have got. That's the biggest thing they could have got, is that Ignis. Because Ignis stuns from a distance. He'll be able to counter that Alistair. Red team knows how to draft. That's what this shows me. They're like, they didn't counterban, and now this bush gank is ready. Oh, they got the bait. Who's that? Leville's running? Yeah, Leville's S2 gives him some defense. It completely blocks one ability, so he's able to make it out, but they're fighting this fight short-handed because Leville had to back out. He took all that damage. Blue team is able to push them away and save their red buff. That's pretty big. Meanwhile, oh my goodness, the tower push is happening. So much pressure from this red team. This is crazy. This is insane. A lumber dies. That's unfortunate. But meanwhile, blue team's here. Oh, they're just waiting. They're just waiting for Aram to finish her ult. Yeah, and they did. Is Richter gonna make it out? The pro play of this Richter. What is the health on this Richter? This is unbelievable. This is multiple times we've seen Richter today. I don't know if this Richter in particular, I feel like it is, but Richter in general, just making it out with super low HP. Wow. Bottom tower already down. Already down. Look at the gold lead. The gold lead and the tower lead. And you can see what has contributed to this, right? It's the power of these invades. And you'll actually see this fight that happened down here in this bush. Blue team, all five were in this bush. You don't all five want to be in that bush. That just opened up for red to push here, right? Red was able to get the attack the red buff and then also hit the tower. They were able to split blue up. Blue was so focused on killing the Leville, and they didn't even kill the Leville. There were 5 of them in that bush. So you have to wait until you have your team has their ultimates, right? This is going to be a game about Alistair and Aram. getting their ultimates off and winning team fights, but red team knows that. Red team knows it's going to be about the ultimates of those two heroes, so they're able to capitalize early. They need to push, they need to invade, they need to protect from invades, which they were able to do phenomenally well. So now that Aram and Alistar have their ults, which is threatening for the red team, make no mistake, Aram and Alistar still both have their ultimates, and they're very strong. But it's going to be hard for blue team to capitalize on that as much now that they've already lost the tower. Now this is big. This is a huge fight. Aram drops the ult, but it doesn't even matter because there's 4 people on her. Right? Aram and Alistar, their ults are useless when you're getting steamrolled and you have no damage being dealt. Yeah, you can lock down one of your opponents, but it doesn't matter if your team's not dealing damage. As you can see, their gold differential is just insane. Insane right now. Not a single character with over 2k gold on the blue team. Meanwhile, everybody on the red team has more than that. Lumber has more gold than anybody on the blue team. Now this fight's insane. Look at this fight. Blue team's doing what they can. Fata had his ult. Oh, okay, he's down. He's down. It's just such a strong push right here. There's not much that they can do. Wow. Ada goes down, quickly followed by a shutdown from Kira. That's actually a big kill there. What's Kira at now? 2, 1, and 0. That's good. Kira actually has 2 kills. She's gonna have to get farmed up. 2.9k gold. She's got the most gold on her team. That's gonna be quite clutch. That's what you need. You need to get that gold. See, as the game progresses, and it becomes more team fight oriented, that's gonna start to favor the blue team. Red team knows that. That's why they push this bottom lane all the way. It's why they've been constantly invading the jungle. Right? It's very strong. So now you see blue team's forced to roam as a unit. They're afraid. Arm's using her S2 on that bush because she's like, we don't know where the people are, right? She needs to be getting vision, but it's hard to because she's scarred. She's been killed 3 times. Aram, this tanky hero, keeps dying. It's scary. How is she gonna get vision? Richter is the bush master. He's always in the bush. Oh, that lumber ult was huge. He got a triple knockup right under the tower. LaVille just goes right. He did. Ignis as well. There's so much stuns. There's so much crowd control. The Alistar, that's a big ult right under the tower. It's huge, but they're not even able to convert it to a kill. Oh, they are. They did get Richter. They traded 3 of them for the Richter. Ada drops the ult, hoping to zone out the opponent so that he can back up. Defend the tower. Not enough to defend the tower, unfortunately. And he still went down. This is going to be a record speed, I think. Wow, red team playing it so well. They know the limitations of their heroes, but it's also the draft, guys. That Ignis was a huge pickup. How good is Ignis? Oh, he died. He died just as I was talking about him. He did overextend a little bit. But just the utility that the Ignis is giving. Lumber's playing phenomenally as well. Ryoma's range. Oh, that Lumber ult. Look, the opponents cannot climb up there now. They have to go around the long way, which they did. But because they went around the long way, that meant that Lumber could just retreat safely. Excellent job, Lumber. Yeah, the crowd control. Ignis provides crowd control. Lumber provides crowd control. LaVille, crowd control from across the map. Yes, please. Thanks, LaVille. And then you also have Richter. Provides crowd control as well. When he's in bush form, he gets knockups. It's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy, this game. You see blue team's just super afraid. They don't know where red team is. That's why we have stream delay. That's why we have stream delay. So that they don't know. Oh, that's a big S1 there. Big poke from Ryoma. He stabbed Kira. Right somewhere, not in the eye. I want to say stabbed her in the eye, but no, she's still alive. She's fine. She's going to be okay. She's going to be all right. Runs back to base to heal. Look how much crowd control this is. That's Ignis. That was all Ignis. Arm's at like 60% health. Just from Ignis hitting his little fireballs. They're usually fireballs. He's using the Iceman skin because he's an ice guy. Oh, yeah, there we go. That's a kill right there. Ignis does die. Oh my god. He almost... Look how much damage he did. He almost... It was a 3v1 and he almost killed the Aram. Wow. Wow. That's pretty crazy. Oh yeah, Ryoma's... Oh, good Arctic Orb from Kira. Able to make it out? Yeah, she's able to make it out. That was clutch, but it doesn't even matter. Their tower just went down. Red team can just run away and just have a party. They could probably go AFK for a couple minutes and still win this game. Like, that's how big the advantage is for them right now. It's massive. 8,000 gold ahead right now. We're gonna watch this Leville because it's a nice skin. Good Leville skin there, getting the blue. So what can blue team do here? Blue team's going to need to farm and get a really favorable team fight. Like, if they're able to set up an ambush and methodically take out some of these heroes, like if they're in a bush and able to kill this Leville, that'd be big. But I mean, the issue is they're afraid to move out, and they're going to have to deal with these super minions. Look how big these guys are. They're huge. Let's see how fast it takes to kill a cannon minion. Yeah, they kill it like instantly. So strong. Kratos goes down. Leville just soloing it. Oh, here comes the Leville ult. Oh, hits Aram from across the map. Lumber knocks her up. Poor Aram, just getting stunned. I mean, that's not the hero you want to hit. She's just a tank, so she'll just take it. But what can you do? It's all good. It's all good. Here we go. Lumber actually looks just like one of these super minions. I just realized. There's 4 super minions. One of them's Lumber. Oh, here we go. The ultimate coming in from Leville. Landing on the Ada this time. Yeah, they got the dragon too, so you can see Slayer's been played. So all the minions are now stronger. Big team fight down here. Ada drops his ship, which, well, kind of zones him out for a little bit. Try to save himself. Not quite enough. Arm, of course, drops her ultimate, but at this point of the game, like, the enemies have more health than she does. Because they're just so far ahead. Their levels, too. Like, what level is Arm? She's a lower level, for sure. Level 15 on that Ryoma. That's crazy. Guys, who do you think the MVP was? Let me ask chat. Who do you think the MVP was for the red team? It was Ryoma. It was Ryoma. That's who I thought. I didn't say, but I was hoping it wouldn't show instantly. It did show instantly, so. All right. That's when We Eat Dog won. That was crazy. That was very well played. So let's go ahead and update this. We Eat Dog is now 2-0. I feel so bad saying that team name because Douglas is right here. And I don't want anybody to eat him. Hey, no licking. Douglas, no licking. There you go. Here he is, if you guys are wondering. He's here watching. Uh-oh. Now he's done. He's had enough, he said. The draft pick was MVP. That was... Yeah, the draft pick was very strong. That Ignis choice was really good. Because Ignis is stunning people, he really let everybody do what they needed to do on the red team. He really helped enable Ryoma to land those spears and those pokes, and it was just crazy. Look at Lumber too, 21 assists, 21 out of 23. Wow. They just played very, very well. And actually it was just, if the blue team hadn't been at their fountain so long at the start, that would have been huge. They could have actually done an invade, which I feel like they needed to do. Yeah, blue team side is what I expect of a solo team comp. Well, actually, their comp worked really well in the first game. It worked really well for them. And I feel like when you're going into a blind tournament, you don't know anything about your opponents, etc., then you can do it that way. So let's look at the details here, the breakdown for you guys. They literally trolled the start. Hard to blame draft. UDC is ready for 14 o'clock game. All right, hit me with a lobby ID when they're ready. Moonstealer. Oh my goodness, my friend wants to play. I'm sorry, my friend. I can't play right now. I cannot play right now. Blue team. Who's the MVP for the blue team? Looks like Kira got the MVP award. Who do we want to give the MVP to? Arm definitely took the most damage. She was getting hit from Leville's ults and Lumber's ults, and just she ate a lot of damage. It was tough. They had a tough game, honestly. Poor Alex Superman as well. The Ignis has more range than him. It's really sad. The 30%. Yeah, damage taken. Good job. Good job, Lumber, taking all those hits. Lumber also gives his passive gives defense to a nearby teammate with the lowest defense and resistance, magic resistance. Okay, defense and magic defense, because in this game resistance is for something different.
Say everybody know it that the beat don't stop. Nelly like potato, gotta keep